What's going on, everybody? Back at it once again. This is Stephen McDonald coming at you with another 4 a.m. episode of the Allah Wrote It podcast. Again, it is not 4 a.m. We were originally supposed to do this at 4 a.m. It's not always going to be at 4 a.m., but the energy at 4 a.m. is what I'm trying to capture. You feel me?
We'll have some.
For sure. It'll be, like I said before, it'll be a part two. But again, hope everybody's having a blessed day, Lord willing. Coming at you guys with my man, Maverick Funchess. Just coming at you guys. Gonna do a quick little interview and whatnot. To start off the podcast, Maverick, can you tell the people just a little bit about yourself?
Like you said, my name is Mav. I'm a product designer by occupation. Overall, an artist, just in life, creative person overall. I don't really have an intro for myself. I'm just blessed to be here for the opportunity to speak about what I've been through to other people.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what's up. And then what I usually, just a question that I ask everybody, because it's really interesting to me to find out what people are working on. You know, everybody has like their main job or their main thing where they focus on that. That's their main priority. But I know a lot of people be having things that they working on, cooking in the kitchen, whatnot. So are there any projects or anything that you're currently working on that you want the people to know about?
I would say that I'm working currently on scaling my business upward. Going through like a lot of like changes because there's a lot of opportunity like being presented and like awarded to like my company. So you kind of have to be ready for certain levels of like success, so you got to make sure all your legal things are in order, everything, has to be in order, like moving forward. So pretty much like I'm excited about it because it just means that my business is like growing, because it's being seen more, and more accessible, and we're actually making sure that my work is more accessible in actual stores that people go to.
Word.
So, just making sure that like that is a smooth transition, going from hand to hand, shirts, hoodies, and sweats to you can go to your local store and pick it up and have it scanned out and have at the bottom of your receipt,
No doubt, that's what's up.
Preparing for bigger and better,
For sure. It's almost like the difference between a mom and pop store and Walmart, you feel me?
Absolutely.
Or, like Radio Shack and Amazon, you know what I'm saying? Taking it to the next level for sure, as far as commercialization. You know what I'm saying? There's another question. I always forget to ask this question to my other two guests. But my man, Devontae Cherry, also known as Keith Cherry, really dope MC, on one of his songs, Losing Myself, which is one of my favorite songs of 2021, he has this line where he says, make sure you stay on what you stand on. You know what I'm saying? And that line really hit me. So I was just wondering, like, what is it that you stand on? And I know the question is kind of ambiguous, but basically, like Malcolm said, stand for something or fall for anything. So what is it that you stand on?
I stand on my foundation, my home training, morals, values, and principles. And no matter what my passion or like my calling is at that time, I always like maintain those in whatever I do. Also, in like the same respect, knowing that I'm not perfect, but just like knowing that I'm still learning through all of those, situations and everything that may test my morals, values, and principles.
For sure, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, that's exactly what that means to me.
No doubt. And
I'm Mav here, I'm Mav out there, I'm Mav everywhere.
For sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That reminded me of a line. I don't know if anybody's familiar with N1 basketball, but Ayo, I forgot his real name. I think Aaron Owens, actually. He was in this hood and they thought he was gonna be scared. They thought he was gonna play scared because he was in the hood and it wasn't his hood. And he basically said, I do my thing wherever. You know what I'm saying? I'll play wherever. I don't care who hood this is. You feel me? And then he was like, then he said, niggas tough in their own hood. You feel me?
Oh, for sure.
But he tough everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sorry if I offended anybody with the N-word, because I don't usually use it. I only use it for emphasis in order to tell the story.
According to the reference. I get it.
You feel me?
I've heard that in many different forms.
Yeah.
Like I'll bring a stove to anywhere and cook anywhere. Like
that's what's up.
I get it. I definitely get it.
And before I jump into the interview portion, even though I had hit you with a couple of questions, before I jump into the interview portion, I just want to let the viewers at home know I met Maverick in 2010. I was a school counselor at the Rochester Early College High School. It is now 2021, and we've had a relationship and a bond for over a decade. And this is my brother. Like, you know, we got different mothers, we got different fathers, but this is my brother. I love him to death. I'd do anything for him. And there was a time in my life in 2014 when I was really going through it. I wasn't working. I was really like, I had gave up, you know, on myself. Namely, you know what I'm saying? But wasn't nobody really looking for me. Wasn't nobody really checking for me. If they was, maybe they was, but I didn't receive it. But he actually came to my doorstep. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't opening the door for nobody, but this was my brother. I had to open the door for him. And he hit me with that inspiration. And that was the beginning. It was like they say when you at the bottom, you can only go up. So that interaction for me was I was at my bottom, but my brother lifted me back up. And you don't really hear that a lot with, especially, you know, black men and brotherhood in general. But this is my brother, man, you know.
Absolutely.
For sure. Love you to death, brother.
Me
Just
too,
want you
man.
to know. So into the questions. What inspired you to start your own clothing line?
In all honesty, it was a lack of what I was. It was a lack of what I wanted in the marketplace. You know, it's one thing to go to the stores and you know what the stores have and you can just shop accordingly and just pick out whatever and leave home with something. With me, I believe that if you work hard for your money, you shouldn't settle when like trying to purchase something.
Right.
So how would you feel if you kept going to stores, all the different types of stores, you like kept not seeing what you wanted, you know, in a sense. So I was like, you know, I've always been creative, but I never believed in, you know, just t-shirt making. I believed like I had a different idea or a different design for anything I wanted, whether it was a pair of sneakers or a table for like my dining room or anything like that could be built. I had a different idea for it if I'm going to pay for it, you know.
No doubt.
So I pretty much started creating things that I wanted to wear, things that I wanted to see out there and everything, you know, and my idea if I wanted people to dress, you know.
That's what's up.
Because we all just have ideas, but it's just a matter of how we execute them and how they like get to other people, pretty much.
Right, for sure.
So I wasn't really trying to start a clothing line. I was just starting to just like, you know, please myself because I knew that I wasn't going to be a consumer anymore. I knew like the consumer part of me was like already dying. So I knew I had to like go to like creator mode and like make these things because like nobody wants to hear somebody complain about what's not out there. I'd rather just do the action and just do it.
Make it yourself.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That's how it pretty much came about with like one-on-ones for myself. Then people really started buying my clothes instead of like me making it for other people in the beginning. And then that got kind of really interesting because I'm like, all right, this is actually my jacket I was going to wear today. I know you want to buy it, but that wasn't the intention. You know, I wore it because I wanted to wear it.
Bought it for myself.
Yeah, you know, I made it for me.
Right.
And then you know that just evolved into a business. You know.
That's what's up. And that's amazing how God works. You know what I'm saying? You know how it wasn't your intention, but that's how it manifested itself. And that premise that you just kind of laid out, it just reminds me of, I used to be a part of this organization. They used to always say you should do for self. You know how you said you was tired of waiting for somebody to do it for you. You just went ahead and did it yourself. Yeah. And I think that mentality, especially for black people in general, is so important, man. Don't wait for nobody to do. I mean, obviously, it's been 400 years. Ain't nobody doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead and do it yourself because people, a lot of people, not just black people, but people in general, have a lot of ideas, very talented, a lot of potential. But, I mean, like you said, you know, you believed in yourself and you invested in yourself and you was able to reap the reward. So hopefully more people can do that in our community.
And, I mean, in that realm, I just, like, hope that people can just gain the perspective because things aren't always just gonna be just so life changing. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm just gonna want to do clothes. Like, I promise you, that's not how it happened. Like, if you would have asked me this stuff in like 2010, I probably would have laughed at you saying I was gonna end up doing clothes at some point because I was feeling the opposite, you know. But like now, it's just like it wasn't really about that. So I just want people to just, you know, take it serious to how your mind could like grasp it.
Okay.
To me, it wasn't making clothes; it was idea making. You know, getting my like sketches off. You know, getting the stuff that like I had put into all these different art books I had and believing in it and putting that out. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna drop all these fire T-shirts and hoodies. Like this is like all everything that like you see is just one of the ideas from like my mind at a certain point in time that I wrote down. You know, some stuff I haven't freestyled, but that's really the premise. So it's like, don't see it as like something being corny or anything like that. You know what you like more than anybody else.
Right.
Embrace that and just see like where it takes you, and pick your own hard. Everything is hard.
Oh, for sure.
All the great shit is hard.
Right.
But you know, God gave you what's it called, free will.
Without a doubt.
So it's like pick the hard that you like, you want to do. Like, I'd rather spend the money making my own ideas that I already know are fire than having to go to the store and pay my money I done work hard for and settle on something I'm going
you don't even like. It's something you don't even approve of.
After you put it in the wash once and get it back, you're not going to feel nowhere near the same about that shirt.
Right.
But when you get it from me, it's something totally different.
Praise God. That's dope. Next question. I wanted to know, how has your mother influenced your life? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people may be familiar if you didn't catch on to the name Funchess, but his mother is Melanie Funchess, who is basically like a matriarch in the Rochester community. She's done so many things. She believes in the concept of the village, how we're all a village and how we're all connected. But your mom, how has she influenced your life?
She gave birth to me, man.
Praise God.
You know, that's the first step. But you know, I have no idea. I'm not like a parent yet or anything, but you never have opinions on parenting until you get of age for yourself, where like your friends become parents and you get examples of your life of where like your home training comes, you know, into effect. So it's like, I've always known I've had great parents, you know, but it's like, it just like the greatness just evolves as time passes, you know, and like they've like taught me, you know, how to like communicate, and like I'm a stubborn person, you know, and like they notice, but they have really taught me like a lot of things, instilled a whole bunch of like morals and values that I like go out life with, and I feel like that's like, that kind of gauge my like lenses for like the world a bit outside of what I have built on my own. And I think she's giving me like confidence.
That's what's up.
She's giving me a sort of like being personable with people. Like my mother, I feel like she's the most personable person on the planet.
Yeah, for sure.
And me, I never see myself like, you know, being like a people person. I just feel like I could just relate to things. I could speak how I feel from the heart, genuinely. You know, it is what it is. But she's shown me like how to be more open. You know, like how to embrace people. And I struggle with that still to this day. But she's just a great example. So I can keep trying.
Right.
My just wittiness, street smarts, like her. You know, she's like
the drilling.
Yeah, yo, man, she's like for as like I say, like my creativity is a great mix from her and like my dad, because he's an actual artist, you know,
right?
Like graphic artist. He got like degrees from like graphic for like graphic arts, and I didn't even know about.
Praise God.
But it's like from her, it's like I get the courage to push out like my art, you know. It's a little different, you know. Like I'm like out there with, with my stuff. Like you gonna see like made by Mav out here. And I really feel like I get that like from her, because no matter what the message is going on or like what the trend is, she's speaking on wherever she feel, wherever that is in the world. Like she'll be speaking at, I don't know, city council or like the school board, or like she'll be speaking on over in somebody else's hood. You know, like she gonna be her like wherever.
No doubt.
And you know, I really admire that more than anything. Like that's one of my favorite people in life.
That was yeah, definitely a matriarch, courageous, natural born leader. There's so many other words that I'm not coming up with off the top, but a very inspirational woman.
That leader quality with the
fire. Yeah, for
that's
sure. Yeah, the fearlessness. Yeah, no doubt. You spoke. This was my next question, but you already spoke on it a little bit. But if you wanted to elaborate and dig a little bit deeper, my next question was going to be, how has your father influenced your life?
I get my creativity straight up from my dad. It took me a while to like kind of like grow into it, because I you know, I just love sneakers and I love kicks, you know. That was my whole thing, the whole culture of that. So in my mind, because I can't draw as good as my dad. I never saw myself as an artist.
Okay.
So imagine like a kid going through school, like winning art contests and doing this and doing that. Man, like, yo, you're an artist. I'm like, have you seen like my dad? Like, my dad has sculptures at home.
Wow,
you know?
praise God.
So it's like I'm like, unless I'm like up with my dad, yeah, just call me just another guy, just idea making, you know. But I had to grow out of that and into something new. And with him, like, he shows me patience, man. I'm an impatient person with a lot of different things, but seeing everything he's had to deal with in his life, like, he's a fighter, probably the strongest fighter I've ever known.
Praise God.
You know. But I think he's taught me a lot about patience and like working in uncomfortable situations. You know. My parents always say that, like, I'm so hard-headed that, like, I work my best when, like, my back is against the wall, or like when it's the fourth quarter and you in a post and you either gotta go right or left to hit the shot.
Right.
That's really how they explain me.
That's what's up, no doubt.
So I feel like my parents really have, like, together, you know, have, like, individually have, like, given me all this energy, all this, like, knowledge to just help me, you know, just be great. To make all those shots that they miss and to create the new shots.
No doubt. And it's cool the way you explain it, because it's like with your mom, it's like that's where you get your tenacity, you know, that extroverted side, you know, all of that. But your dad, you know, that's where you get the patience, the discipline, you know, even, you know, wisdom to a certain extent. Your mom also has wisdom. Definitely. But it's almost like the perfect storm. It's like the yin and the yang.
Definitely yin and yang.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. What does it mean to you to be a Black business owner?
I take it with pride, you know. I like to, you know, change the narrative, you know. I like to be the example. Speaking on family, like, I'm the oldest of 4, so I was born into the leadership role, like, whether I liked it or not. So I see the same way with me in business. Like, I'm not going to tell you I know everything I'm doing, but I'm believing everything I am doing, until I'm proving otherwise. For
sure.
And to be a Black business owner is like, sometimes it feels like you kind of like moving mountains to make things happen, you know, at a sense. But like, when you win, it's not a win just for you, it's a win for everybody. Like, I see guys that I look up to getting deals with like big corporations, and like, I'm not getting paid, they're getting paid, but I know that they're about to make something and I'm about to buy it. And that's a win for me, because that's another reference I could use. That's another reason to believe.
Oh yeah, without
priceless.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Straight up, that's really just what it is to like be Black, to be proud, to be able to make products with like your faces or like your likeness on it, and have people love it and really purchase it and buy for other people and get customs of it. Like, it says a lot, you know.
Yeah, no doubt.
It says a lot.
Yeah, it just sounds like you said, you know, to just knowing that the possibility exists, you know, that it can be done, you know, that inspiration that you give people.
Absolutely.
And just like the transference of energy and power, you know what I'm saying? That's power when people, you know, you put something out there and the people feed off of it, you know what I'm saying? And because of that energy that they receive, they're able to grow because of it, and you grow because of it, you know, because you were able to benefit those individuals.
I
so
think that right there is the most amazing part, because like you said, do for self. And for a long time in the business, like, this is like year 3, I was doing for self, just making stuff I thought was like dope. But this dude was like, I got this really good friend named Red. He was telling me something, like, he sounded really inspired, and then I was laughing in the beginning, like, what you talking about, bro? He said, bro, every time I wear your stuff, I felt like I gotta be doing something.
Word.
Like,
Keep it. I'll give you when I have my the greats always knew they were great shirt on, because keep it real, I've never been cocky, I've never been arrogant. I even when I play ball, I know what I can do, I know what I can't do, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. But when I be rocking the shirt, I be like, yo, I'm really out here, bro. I am great. Like, just the whole theme behind it, whether it's a theme, symbolism, metaphor, whatever literary device you want to use, I be feeling it, man. So it's keep doing what you're doing, man.
And that be like more inspiring than anything, because like I had to take him serious. And like, because he wasn't the only person that said it, but like, he made a point to tell me, And like I tell people a lot, like, bro, like I'm so early in this, and like sometimes I surprise myself because like I really did not see myself doing any of this.
Praise God.
None of it. But I was like, well, I'm just going to do what makes sense to me. And I feel like this is like the best example of doing something, you know, and getting celebrated for who you truly are.
Praise God.
That's the best way to put it.
That's what's up. My next question is, you know, I bought a product from you, and on the bag there was like a little, like a tag attached to it, and it said "Dare to be great." So, what does the slogan "Dare to be great" mean to you?
What was it? Dare to be great, or how bad do you want to be great?
Oh, maybe it was how bad you want to be great. Okay, okay. My bad.
Nah, I write custom ones and stuff, so you never know. But you said, what does that mean?
Yeah, like when you put that on, because I mean, obviously that's something that you have attached yourself to, like that moniker or that slogan.
Yeah.
So when you, like, during the creative process, obviously you thought this is an important idea. I want people to really internalize this idea. So what does it mean to you? Like, why is it so important?
I wanted to grab you. I wanted to hold you accountable. I wanted to be that quote that holds you accountable. Sometimes, like, when I say the word greatness in conversation with other people, they see it as like some big mountain moving type of plane building type of monumental type of thing. And I'm like, that's not what I mean by that. Like, that's why, like, in the beginning I was making sweats and shorts. I said everyday greatness, meaning like the stuff you do every day, like the routine that you do, like getting up, going to work, knowing when to sleep, knowing when to eat, knowing when to work. Like, that's greatness by itself. We all not, you know, born to build the planes and build pyramids and do all this crazy stuff. But what you do, like your individual greatness, on top, I made other projects that said your individual greatness being like, according to your lifestyle, like you are a super dad. You like, that's greatness. Like you are a super black dad up to. That's greatness. Like that's something to be celebrated by itself.
Right.
So I made things with messages that like I wanted to resonate with everybody. And how bad did you want to be great is what got me moving, because it made me saying like, you know, like I love Kobe and the whole mama mentality and stuff. I needed something of my own, you know. Right. And the thing is, what Kobe was like, yo, just be better than yesterday.
Right, for sure.
And when you bring it down to something that small, like, yo, just do something today that you didn't do yesterday. Oh, I could do that 1,000 times over. That's what you do. If you can do 1,000 times over. And it holds you, you know. It's an accountable quote that I felt, and I just wanted to like share that with other people, because I'm like, I can't be the only person in the world that feels like this.
Right, right, for
so
sure.
It's like,
yeah,
I got
it's a universal feeling.
It was like a laughing thing at first. It was kind of funny, but then people would like really DM me or like really be in a story recording, like, yo, like I be having to ask myself, how bad do I want to be?
It's
like,
a legitimate question.
I could have settled for the shot, but I'm gonna go for this layup. Like, this is shit I want to be great.
Right.
Like, that's a funny way of putting it, but you're absolutely right. You know,
sure,
it's supposed to resonate in every field in life. So that's why it is what it is.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's dope. And I like what you said about the accountability piece, because like you said, you really do have to ask yourself. Like sometimes when I'm rocking a shirt or I'm looking at a piece that you made, I ask myself, like, do you really want to be great? And it's like, I mean, at first,
it's never a simple answer.
Yeah, it's really not, because at first it was like, at first I didn't even know that the possibility existed for me. Like, oh, I can be great too.
Absolutely.
And it's like, well, if I can be, then I want to be. You know, well, that was the realization that I had.
That's the process of it, you know, of it like being ingrained into your mind. That's really what it is, because like people are like, shit, I wouldn't even know I'm great. And I'm looking at them like, why wouldn't you be great? You live once here. Like, why wouldn't you strive to be that way? Like, I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm trying to be the greatest version of me, because I already know I'm great. It's just a matter of showing it to the world and then like really like living it. You know. But yeah, man, I feel like everybody has ability to be great. You was given life, so go get it.
Word, for sure. I believe.
If you woke up, 100%. You winning. You know. That's what they say. So go get it.
That's what's up. I got a couple, and again, just to clue the audience in, I'm probably gonna do a part 2. As you can see, this is my guy right here. So we build. You feel me? Like, this is just what we do. This is like, whether, you know, it's being recorded or not, this is what we do. So we could do this all day.
That's how we always talk.
So I got a segment of my interview where it's just like free association. So I'm gonna hit you with a word, and then you just hit me back and tell me what that word or that phrase means to you. So the first word is Cobb's Hill. When you hear Cobb's Hill, what do you think about?
I think of the word Mecca. I think of like home. I think of buckets, comfortable buckets.
Mm-hmm.
I think of aggression. I think of fire. I think of a fierce competitive nature, but a brotherhood nature at the same time.
Word.
I feel like it's one of my favorite environments, because it's the environment that wants you to get better, or else like you have to go elsewhere to get better and come back.
You gotta be in the lab like, yo, I got embarrassed. Can't go back for about a month. Gotta get my game right.
I feel like that's another one of those things that show you a high level of accountability. Because not only are you not in shape and missing, you have a crowd of men that tell you exactly what you're doing.
They gonna talk
to the
about
T,
it.
And they're like, you should have just don't tell me what I should have did.
And they get right too.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna go in and get right, and when I come back, I'm icing the whole team.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I will say, when it comes to like, as far as being a man, I became a man on them courts, man. I remember, like me, I'm very passive. Anybody know me? I'm passive. I'm non-violent. I remember there were times where it was like, I have to fight. Like, if I don't fight today, I'm never going to be able to come back here. So I have to fight, whether I win or whether I lose, but they're going to let me play tomorrow.
Oh, for sure.
You feel me? So, yeah.
It's definitely, I like that. That's what I mean about like the fierceness and just the environment to grow, and be competitive, because like, if you ain't been around men, you gonna be around men playing in new games, whether it's 21 or it's full court or whatever, So it's like they show you how to like be gritty. Me, I was already coming in like as a fan, because I love the gritty 90s basketball. So I'm like, it's nothing that they can't do that I didn't see already, man. But when you live it, that elbow look different from you.
That's the salt from the blood in your mouth, and
you
like touching your lip and looking at your own blood, like yo.
Yeah, so that armor that it gives you, you carry for the rest of your life. Like I learned that early. I went there wanting that, got it, was like, damn, I'm hurt, but I'm like, this is what I asked for. Like this the hard that I chose.
Right.
So yeah, you kind of carry that for like the rest of your life, really though, because I think you told me one of the first things that you ever told me in life was, pay attention to the way people ball. I'm like, man, I pay attention to the way everybody ball. He was like, nah, for real though, like the way people ball usually is the way that they live their life. And I was like, really though? So if somebody, blowing layers, what that mean? They be blowing opportunities,
choking,
selling. So I was like, it gave me a better way to grasp it. You feel me? Like, okay, that makes sense.
That's what's up. And I know this is somebody that we talked a bit about Kobe. I know we talk about Kobe a lot, but somebody I know you definitely look up to and respect a lot is Michael Jordan. Yeah. So when you hear the word Jordan, what comes to mind?
Jordan, I don't know. It just made me just want to go play. It just made me think like, there's nothing that you can do to stop me, and I'm going to tell you what the play is, and the play is going to happen. If I tell you the shot is going to be on you, I meant that shit. I mean, I planned it, I premeditated it, just like a killer would his kill, just like a lion would in the jungle, like just like anything else. So I think the strongest like mentalities, one of the strongest motivators, one of the people I embrace, like being a boy, like you don't have to like me, but we gonna win.
Oh yeah,
you gonna win
for sure.
Like you might have to, like in order to be that guy, sometimes you gotta play that role. Right. We ain't worried about playing that role because we know where we going.
Right.
And that's what comes to my mind. Like that's someone that like I feel on a spiritual level.
No doubt.
Like I understand it mentally. Like there is no other options. Like I'm going to hit this shot.
That's what's up.
And if I don't, I guarantee I got a bag of other ways to get it there.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That kind of remind me. I told this one of my students recently. I was trying to, I was just trying to see where her head was at mentally, because she wanted to take a number of college classes, and I told her it was unrealistic. And I said, okay, what if you get into this situation and you fail? What are you gonna do then? And she said, I'm not gonna fail. Like that was her answer. And I was like, I'm convinced. You feel me? Because I was trying to break her down mentally. I was trying to get her to choke. I was trying to get her to panic. But she was like, she had so much confidence and belief in herself, you feel me? And I feel like with Jordan, you know, some people say that Jordan was sociopathic, you know, but he really was ice cold, like, you feel me? Like, you know, game 6, Utah, like, he was down by, how many he was down by? I think he was down, matter of fact, he was down by 3. He didn't have possession of the ball. Now, he was supposed to clear out from the baseline, but he stayed, knowing that his defender was going to stay there long enough where they couldn't call the illegal defense. And then he knew that Karl Malone was going to spin. Or matter of fact, he knew that Karl Malone wasn't going to see him coming. Swipe the ball, go down, get the layup. Then, no matter of fact, no, he got the layup first. Then he came down, got the steal, went down, and that's when he hit the game winner on Byron Russell. But it was so cold-blooded, like, you know, for him to be able to be so calculating in that situation. This is game 6. You know, if they lose, they got to play a game 7 in Utah. Like, you feel me? Like, the stakes were so high.
It's literally, to me, that's because that just gets me going, like, wanting to play somebody right now. But it's like literally knowing, like, I got the cards. I know how I'm about to deal with this. Now, luck is luck, you know, the chances are the chances, but I know what I can do. I know what I've done night after night after night. And I know one of the best things I ever learned, like recent, is knowing who your enemy is and knowing knowing who and what they are. If I know my opponent is Byron Russell, you better believe I know how to kill Byron Russell. You know? And like that's what I take from that is like he knew who he was playing. He knew who to talk to. He knew what moves to put on who. Like, you know, that shit is so motivating because it's just like it's not enough to just be great being you. You gotta be studious too.
Word. And and just seeing like the way the game played out, it's almost like he was like 3 plays ahead. You feel me? Because when he killed Byron Russell with that shot, he did the same shot in game 1. That's how he knew it was gonna work. He's like, I already did it. You know, he's genius. All right, man. But again, I'm gonna let the viewers know. Definitely gonna do a part 2 because I got more questions. But again, I'm sticking to my regimen, trying to keep everything around 30 minutes because I know people got, you know, busy lives, everything that they trying to do. But brother Maverick, I just want to thank you, brother, man. That was dope convo. You feel me? I'm glad that people got, I'm not good with the slap ups. I'm glad the people was able to you know, tap in, and hopefully you guys were able to get some gems and some jewels to benefit you. And like my man always say, you know, how bad do you want to be great? So, you know, just like I realized for myself, you know, there's greatness within me, and like, you know, Maverick is trying to promote and teach the people. There's greatness within you as well, man. But that concludes another episode of the 4 a.m. Allah Wrote It podcast. Again, it's not 4 a.m., but we will be coming at you at 4 a.m. because I don't know if y'all know about that 4 a.m. energy, but it's totally, I think my man Izzy said it's called theta mode, like when your mind is super crystal, pristine, and we got to bring that energy, man. But it's all love. It's only right. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Love you. Peace.
Love.